The People's Choice.
It is my apology segment.
Already? We're jumping in that early.
Well, it's very quick and painless because it's not that big a deal.
That's what I usually tell the ladies.
I wasn't ready for that one. It's, I had like 8, when we live in Texas, whether you're Dallas or Houston or wherever, you take your sport seriously. And I had like 8 people tell me, how dare you? You don't know where the mascot Toro is from?
I thought we did.
We said, you said Denver, and I said Indianapolis.
That's right. Both of them.
One of them, they're both Toro, right? No. Well, we thought horse made sense.
Colts,
so
yeah.
Broncos, Colts, whatever. Well, the Texans, it's apparently a Houston Texan mascot.
Oh, well, who?
Which doesn't make any...
Houston has a team?
They do. I know you're a
I didn't
Cowboys
realize
fan,
that.
so this is a...
The armpit of Texas.
Toro is your rival.
Is it?
Well, the armpit, it's definitely more humid than it is here,
No.
which makes me hate Houston.
They should bring the Oilers back.
I agree. Though I like the Oilers. I thought that was kind of a cool uniform.
I thought it was
cool
too.
Helmet.
Yeah.
I know one of our buddies who likes to judge football teams based on the uniforms.
Yeah.
I know he would be an Oilers fan.
They're supposed to do a throwback this year, actually.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
Good.
Tennessee is going to throw.
Tennessee's going to do
yeah.
it. Oh, interesting.
I believe that's Tennessee.
I wonder how old school Houston Oilers fans feel about that.
Right.
But anyway, I needed to apologize. Blah 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 blah.
Did you?
I felt like I needed to for Toro's sake. I mean, he's making how much? Did we decide? Was he one of the big rollers?
No, he wasn't the big one.
He wasn't high roller.
No.
He's only making about 60K a year.
That's small change.
Small change.
He needs to do better.
Compared to the Denver Nuggets,
Yeah.
dude. That guy's
balling.
balling. I mean,
Who would have thought?
He's got a yacht. He's out in the Mediterranean in the off season.
Like I said, he's probably making more than maybe some of the players on the team.
Yeah, for sure.
What an idiot.
But anyway, how are you?
Good, sir. How
Have
are
you
you?
been?
This heat's really beating me down.
The heat sucks. By the way, if anybody doesn't know, we're in Texas. We've mentioned it a million times, but we're in Texas in June, and it sucks.
Yes, it does. I agree.
Well, you usually like the heat.
I do like the heat, except for recently.
Okay, what changed?
So I was listening to the news after that first heat advisory, right? And so listen to the forecaster tell me, be careful when you're out there. This is going to happen. If you're feeling overheated, you're going to start sweating. You're going to do this. You're going to do that.
You're going to sweat in the heat.
Yeah, you're going to. If you're sweating profusely.
Profusely, okay.
That's a big word for me. I had to look that up.
Yeah, good for you.
So they're already implanting in my head.
Right.
So first off, Ryan, I do have one little gripe. When they say the temperature is going to be 85 degrees today, but with the humidity, it's going to feel like it's 8,000 fucking degrees outside.
That is funny.
Why is the feel like out
feels
temperature
like 101,
why is that not just the temperature?
Right.
Why does it have to be an 85 degrees, but it's going to feel like 3 million degrees outside?
Well, it's based on humidity. It's based
So
on
that should be just the temperature then, right?
well, I guess I don't
I understand.
I don't know enough to either argue or agree with you.
Oh, okay. Well, so anyway, I get up, I go to the gym and jump on the bike. I know you're going to love to hear another bike story, right? So it's 9 o'clock, Ryan.
So you went to the gym and the bike.
Yeah. So on the weekends, I usually try to do the gym and then go on a quick bike ride.
You have a problem. Go ahead.
And so I jump on the bike and I'm thinking, it's just 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not hot right now, right? The wind's blowing as I'm going.
9 o'clock, it's starting to get warm, isn't it?
So I get going and the wind's blowing. So it's keeping me somewhat cool. And I don't know what it did to me, but I stopped and I said, okay, I'm about halfway in my ride. It's only 30 minutes. I jump off, take a drink of water. I was like, oh, okay, let's go for the second half and head home, right? I don't know what happened. Somebody flipped a damn switch. It got hot.
Yeah.
No more wind, no more breeze.
Right.
And it was just, I was like, what the hell?
You must have been going really slow if there was no breeze.
So I was starting to get going. I was like, okay, just get home.
Yeah.
Well, then the weatherman got in my head.
Oh, you started thinking,
you start
thinking about all the...
If you start feeling like this, if you start feeling like that, be careful.
You had like
so I started trying to find
all 5 symptoms.
Yes, just hit me. I started trying to find shade. My stomach, I started feeling nauseous. I was like, what am I going to do? So, of course, the first person I call is my mom, because you have to call your mom.
Right.
Figure shit out, right? So as my head starts getting clearer, let me put some clothes on.
Right.
Where are you at? I started thinking, you know what?
Mom went to the rescue.
It's about a 30-minute drive for her. So let me call a Lyft. So yeah, I jumped on to the Lyft app and found a Lyft XL to come pick my ass up. Had to text the lady just to make sure she had room for my bike.
Yeah, you can't do like a small... You're paying extra for this.
So yeah, I had to wait for her to come pick me up. It was only 8 minutes away.
Okay.
Luckily, the lady that I was passed out in front of her house came out to check on me just to make sure everything was okay. Asked me if I wanted some water or anything like that. What happened?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, I'm fine. I appreciate it. I just called the Lyft.
No, why didn't you, dude? Take the water.
Well, I feel like an idiot already. I'm wearing my bicycle helmet and
helmet, your whole outfit.
My bike's laying down. I'm sitting on the curb, defeated. So, yeah.
You just laying sprawled out in your yard, and some lady looks out the window. She's like,
what the hell is this guy doing?
Full outfit and everything. Anyway.
So yeah, that was my embarrassing, humbling moment.
Well, I'm glad you're
thanks
okay,
to the heat. Because
I didn't hear about this till just now, so I'm glad you're sitting across from me, breathing.
I wasn't going to tell that story because I felt embarrassed because I'm thinking I'm pretty decent shape, right? No, that heat just zapped me, and I don't know if it was anxiety that kicked in that helped it out along, but
I think that this heat kicks anybody's ass. Honestly, I hate it with even my 3-year-old who's like who by the way you're gonna hear from tonight.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
We did an interview with him, and his bedtime's a little earlier than ours, and so we pre-recorded it, but we'll definitely play it for you.
Yeah,
but he he's Mr. Adventure, Mr. Exploration, and today he came home. He goes, "It's hot."
Yeah,
like he looked up matter of factly, and his whole head's sweaty, and he's like, "I was at the park for an hour, and okay, I'm done."
That's brutal.
And he's like, "Can we go swimming?" I was like, "Yeah, we'll go swimming."
So now I debate because I usually like to go to the gym during the week. I go to the gym in the morning, and then because it's slower, so I can get in, get out, move on, and then I'll take a bike ride in the afternoon before I do come over here or do taekwondo or whatever the case may be. Is get a little quick bike ride in. I can't do that, so I'm trying to figure out. Okay, do I bike ride in the morning when it's cool?
Yeah,
and then work out at night when it's fucking busy. Right. So it's just not working out for me. That's my real world problem.
In the summer in Texas, you have like these little bitty windows of time to do anything outdoors.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, even golf, I'm going to go golf Friday of this week. And
at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as the sun, and then it's a mad dash. And
so
you got to get a tee time. And I think we're at 8:30. And so by the time you get to the back nine, you're 10:30, 11, and it's going to be a little brutal. Steamy. And so we'll see how that goes.
That should be fun.
Bring a wet towel.
Yeah.
But that's Texas. So, well, be careful. Are you going to stop biking for a little while? Just find something else. I won't count it against the 3-month window of time I gave it before you quit.
Well, like I said, I'm trying to figure out if I should do it in the morning and then try to get to the gym and, with the crowd and everything. So
if you're going to go, then you should do it. I mean, like when the sun comes up.
Yeah.
I mean, because then it's tolerable. It's still a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion. I mean, I don't know why I'm qualified to make any bike assessment, but
so yeah, that's
good luck. Good luck with that.
That's my embarrassing story.
I'm rooting you on. I can't get the visual of it. You just passed out in this
it was
some lady's house just on the yard.
And of course, I freaked out my mom.
Yeah. You went overboard.
I told the Lyft driver about that, and as I was leaving, she's like, "Make sure you call your mom, let her know you got home okay." Yeah. And I did. So
you're a 40-year-old man.
Yeah. So
well, good. I'm glad you're okay.
Got home safe.
I'm going to move on. How about that?
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. I there's really no purpose to this, but I think it's funny. I don't know how I came across this, but I was looking at groups like Dallas groups because I want to find some good guests and some good conversation and people that might be interested in the show. And the very first page that came up on Facebook was a page called "Are We Dating the Same Girl?"
Whoa.
Dallas Fort Worth edition, of course.
Yeah.
And upon further research, there's one of these in like every city.
Oh, wow.
It's like Chicago edition.
Are we dating the same girl?
And it says, this group is a place for men to protect and watch out for other men while warning each other of women who might be liars, cheaters, abusers, gold diggers, or exhibit any type of toxic or dangerous behavior.
Hello.
There will be three main uses of this page. It can be used as a place where guys can warn other guys about toxic women.
Okay.
It can also be used to inquire about women you're seeing or who you just met to see if anyone else has had experiences with that person, to see if anyone posts any warnings about that woman. It's also...
Do you have any tricks to share?
Yeah. Oh, that's the positive side.
Yeah.
This one's more of the negative. These people aren't happy on this page. The last one is, it is also a safe space for relationship support and advice in general.
Wow.
We strive to cultivate an atmosphere of acceptance and support and will not tolerate any shaming, bullying, or just plain being mean. So I just started thinking about this, and I said, is there one? And I didn't look further. Is there one? Do women do this for men? I feel like they have a right to do that as well. Are you on any of these at any of the? Should you have gone on this maybe before a few of your meetups?
Right.
And that immediately, that's what I went to. But I saw this and I said, I want to share this with Trey because I've just seen it all. I mean, it's kind of like, are you really going on Facebook and going, hey, I'm dating this girl. Her name is so-and-so. Has anybody else banged her? It's just like, it just seems like, I don't know. I feel like there are some things that need to be a mystery in a relationship. Right.
Did she enjoy giving you wet willies too?
Did she have a price point for any kind of activity?
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, that was real fast. I just wanted to share that with you in case you need to go on this for support with other men.
It makes me curious how many of the guys on this particular page live at home or are avid gamers.
Avid gamers. That's the point, is that I didn't go on here because it is a private page, by the way. You have to request it. And I think there's a questionnaire. It's like 3 questions. And I'm obviously not going to do it, but would you be willing to do that?
I'm dating this girl.
Would you be willing to take one for the team so we could find out what's inside that page?
Oh, that sounds fun, yeah. Okay, I'm dating this girl. She's an avatar. I haven't met her yet.
She's very tall.
We've been talking for 3 years.
She has blue skin.
She won't FaceTime with me, but she says she loves me and we're going to get married soon. Does anybody else know her?
I think we might need to explore this on the show. So,
I have to make up something.
Okay. So if anybody thinks we should do this, go ahead and let us know on our social media pages.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. So I wanted to share that with you. I thought it was pretty funny.
That is funny.
Trey, we have more killer whale.
Holy shit.
Orca updates.
What is up with these killer whales?
I hope that people are not only enjoying the updates, but appreciating the warnings that we're giving.
I hope so.
Because they're here. They're getting closer. They're here.
It's for your safety, people.
It's for your safety. And if anything, just laugh at the fact that I think that they don't care about you. They care about us. So do you remember that the main female that's very pissed off?
Yes.
They have now named her.
Oh, really? What's her name? Like Karen?
Her name is Gladys.
Gladys. That's perfect.
Gladys White.
Gladys White.
Which makes me wonder if there's some sort of racial agenda.
That's
there.
a boring ass
Gladys
name.
White. Like maybe white. Like
Interesting.
Anyway, Gladys White is what they've named her. And
Ryan, I feel offended.
right. I was going to say we should have a problem with this. So Gladys is the bitch that's really like inspired the other killer whales.
Gotcha.
They've been wrecking boats. It's been crazy. I posted some of it on our Facebook page.
I saw that.
And now I wanted to let you know, environmentalists are claiming that Gladys is restoring balance with humans because of pollution of the ocean.
No shit. So she's pissed because of some plastic bottles in the ocean.
She's pissed, and she thinks that humans. Well, I don't know if it's because of the bottles in the ocean, but I think they think it's like karma.
Gotcha.
So environmentalists are using real research here, karma, as a reason that Gladys is pissed off.
Makes sense.
Other people have claimed that it's because she thinks that, or they think that she was caught up in some sort of fishing line. I read, or some sort of something where she was not treated well.
Gotcha.
But the bottom line, I just want to let you know that her name is Gladys, and she's pissed, and she's all over the ocean. She's now, I think, what we say in Nantucket on our continent.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen her in the Gulf yet, but let's keep an eye out.
Should be interesting.
All right, Gladys. Gladys, we love you.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure that you're okay.
We'll send you a T-shirt.
We'll send a T-shirt down. Maybe we'll send it down with a submarine. Oh, wait. Did I say that?
Oh.
Trey and I are going to talk about that at some point tonight. So stay tuned for that, because the Titanic submarine issue that's in the news now is something that we couldn't even pass up. Right, Trey?
Right.
Before we get there, I need to talk about something that we received, Trey. And it was a bit of feedback.
Uh-oh.
And I'd say that, and I'm not lying here, and even if I am, you guys won't know. 90, I would say 95% of our feedback has been pretty good. It's been, even the bad has been more like, well, you guys are starting to kick ass. Like,
are you rounding up on that 95%?
It's really 50, but I'm going to go to 95.
Rounding up.
No, 95, I'd say a vast majority of the feedback that we've received has been pretty positive. There's been here and there, but that's fine. We want to get better and make you guys happy. That's the whole reason we're doing this. But I received what I would call the worst possible criticism that you could get. And it was just the most blunt, it was just horrible. And so I'm sharing this because you and I are men.
We are?
We are willing to kind of step up to the plate and say, you know what? Hey, we're willing to take this abuse.
Yeah.
We have some thick skin. Well, first off, I'm going to tell you that this is a female.
Of course.
Which doesn't surprise me, because I
not at
don't,
all.
I'd like to bring in some female listeners because obviously we love females.
Yeah.
But some of them probably don't get our humor. So this is a Russian female.
Oh. Credibility.
Yeah. She's Russian. And so already I'm kind of like, all right. She's got a little bit of a
just like an Olga
attitude issue. Yeah, I don't know how old she was. I didn't find that out.
No, I said, is her name Olga?
Is her name Olga?
Olga is that Russian name?
When I hear Olga, I think older.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know her name.
They don't name all the girls Olga?
She was anonymous.
Oh.
Would you like me to read the quote? I will quote Olga. Let's call her Olga.
Let's go Olga. I like it.
I will quote Olga. She said, Olga. She said, "You guys aren't funny."
Wow.
She could have just stopped right there.
Just kicked me in the nuts right there.
It was boring.
Ouch.
And it took too long for your guest, Jessica. That was the show. So I guess this woman was trying to listen to the show where we had a guest, our ER nurse Jess on.
Gotcha.
It was too long for her to come on, which I don't disagree with, Trey. I've come back, but again, that was our first guest, and we learned. We
did learn, yeah.
We'll get our guests on quicker because no one wants to listen to us; they want to listen to our guests. Yep. I get that. To continue the quote, when Jess finally came on, I no longer wanted to waste my time.
Ouch.
And that was it. So my problem with this, look, I'll take it. Okay, we're not funny to Russian women.
Apparently not.
I would love to have a panel of 20 Russian women and see if any of them think we're funny.
That'd be fun.
That'd be sure. We'll call them Olga 1, Olga 2, Olga 3, all the way through 20. And I would love to hear this, but the problem I have with this feedback is that it tells us nothing specific.
Okay.
It's basically like, you guys suck. Okay, well, why?
Was it both of us that said?
I don't know. Maybe it was me. It could have been me.
Could have been me, I guess.
The reason that Jess wasn't on quicker was definitely me, because I can't shut up. I just can't, and that's fine. That's why I'm doing a talk show, podcast. So that's my only problem with this. So anybody that wants to give us feedback like this, go ahead. We can take it as we're proving, but tell us why. Tell us what it was. Why weren't we funny?
Yeah.
In this case, I don't know if it's because we're American and she's mad that she's Russian.
Maybe.
Is she angry that Rocky beat Ivan Drago in Rocky 4?
That's a very good possibility. In Russia.
In Russia. I mean, it was a road game.
Yeah.
Basically. I mean, he was in Russia and he changed the Russian people, and they were now chanting USA.
USA.
Because that would really happen.
That would really happen, yeah, absolutely. She's got to be pissed off. Maybe she was in the crowd when that happened.
That could have been. She might have been a little girl scarred by this Russian, this betrayal of her country.
Possibly.
All by Mr. Sly Stallone. The bottom line is she was not impressed with the show.
Oh, well.
But give me a reason.
Come on the show with us.
Come on. Tell us. Make it funny.
Yeah. Show us how to be funny.
I think that an old Russian woman named Olga, if you think funny, you think an old Russian woman named Olga, don't you?
That jumps off the page.
Without a doubt. So thank you for that, Olga, and we will try our best to make you laugh.
Yeah. Listen to another show and then bitch about us.
Maybe listen to more than one 20 minutes and before making an assessment. If you watch a new show, how long do you give it?
Couple episodes.
Yeah, and I'm the same way, and I'm not just saying that for our listeners.
About 2-3 episodes.
To give us 2 or 3 episodes. We may need 4 or 5 from you guys, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
But I'm the same way. I give it 3 episodes. I'll be even more specific. 3 episodes. And if I don't have a desire to watch that 4th at all, I'm out. And that's rare. Usually there's some reason I want to keep going. But so Olga, give us at least one more. At least one more.
2 more.
Two more. A couple more.
Couple more.
So there's that. I had to get that. I thought you'd maybe get a kick out of that.
Absolutely.
Now what I'd like to do is let you guys hear a young man who has more wisdom in his little pinky than Trey and I combined, probably. At the age of 3. 3.5, I'm sorry. When I say 3, he corrects me and makes it 3.5. This is my son, and we did an interview earlier today. He demanded a fruit punch juice box, right? I believe he wanted M&Ms, only the red ones. We had to fish through. He had some demands, but we got him in here. And he sat in Trey's chair, which made Trey very uncomfortable.
Of course he did.
And he gave us probably the best. I don't know how we're going to top this interview, but we'll try.
It'd be difficult.
So I'm going to go ahead and play this for you guys now, and I hope you enjoy.
Have fun.
All right. Hey, Trey, we're sitting here with our special guest. How are you, buddy?
Good.
You're good?
Hey, I'm a little frustrated before we get started. How come he gets my seat
Oh, yeah.
right
I
off the
forgot.
bat?
Maybe I should mention, do you like that you're sitting in Uncle Trey's seat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should address me as Godfather Trey.
Do you like when Trey comes over?
Yeah.
Okay. You are how old?
3.
3 years old?
Yeah.
Have you learned a lot in life?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old do you think Dada is?
40.
40. Okay. Okay.
What about Godfather Trey?
What about Uncle Trey, Godfather Trey? How old is he?
He is 45.
45.
Wow.
That's a good answer.
I think heard me.
I like that answer, buddy. So, what's your favorite food?
I like pasta.
Pasta.
Ooh, that's a good choice, right?
Do you like the way that Daddy makes it?
Yeah.
What does he put in the pasta?
Cheese.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, extra cheese, right? But
Extra cheese. You got to go extra cheese.
what do you think the yuckiest food is?
Bugs.
Bugs?
I don't like bugs.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't like bugs?
Well, Daddy doesn't like bugs either.
Wait a minute. How do you know you don't like bugs?
You've never had a bug, have you?
You know.
Did you see? Did
No.
you? Who's your favorite band?
Jonathan.
Jonathan, and he sings for who?
Corn.
That's right.
That's
he does.
awesome.
My man. Dad, I was so proud of you. What makes you laugh?
Joker.
The Joker makes you laugh, like Batman's enemy?
Yeah.
What makes you laugh, Trey? Besides our podcast.
The details of my life so far?
Oh, yeah. Your dating stories. I get
It
that.
also makes me cry.
Do you think Uncle Trey's dating stories are funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. Do you think Uncle Trey has a girlfriend?
Her girlfriend's name is Didi.
Is Dee Dee?
No, Didi.
Seedy. Did you know that your girlfriend's name is Seedy, Trey?
I did not.
Okay. What color hair does Seedy have?
He has blonde.
Just blonde hair? Are you okay with that, Trey?
Blonde, that blonde's fine.
You'll deal with it. You'll deal with it. Okay. What's your girlfriend's name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Wow. You said that pretty quickly. What color hair does Charlotte have?
Blonde too.
Charlotte has blonde hair. Does she ever share her pudding pack with you?
Yeah. Do you guys share pudding together?
What about a fruit
You're right.
cup?
Uncle Trey, he's never had pudding. Okay?
What?
No, he's not. You've
What
had.
about a
Do you
fruit
hear?
cup?
Do you share your ice cream with Charlotte? Do you pay when you take Charlotte for ice cream?
Oh,
It is 2023.
it is.
Charlotte plays.
Charlotte
That's what I'm
pays.
talking about.
It's my man.
High five.
Okay. So, do you think that you're smarter than Uncle Trey? Yeah, you do.
I need a yes or no answer.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
a head nod.
Yeah, he's nodding his head. I think he's nervous to answer that honestly.
I think he's got his jowls full of juice.
Yeah, you got your juice box. What flavor juice box is that?
Fruit punch.
Fruit punch. Is that your favorite? That's my favorite juice box. What do Aggies say? Whoop. That's right. What else?
Damn.
That's right. Uncle Trey loves when you say that.
The brainwashing has started.
It started, yeah. This might be my favorite question. Do you sit or stand when you pee-pee?
Stand.
You stand, don't you? So are you telling me, young man, that you are already past Uncle Trey?
Stand and
You stand, okay.
I stand and sit.
You do both, depending on the day. Did you hear the enthusiasm when we started talking about pee-pee?
I did.
And our listeners claim that we don't need to be talking about it?
Right.
Come on.
It's our target demographic right here.
I just love how he's ahead of you. He's like standing when he pees, and you're still sitting, or you're sitting.
It's comfortable.
If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
I would be a giraffe.
A giraffe?
Giraffe.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. Why would you want to be a giraffe?
Because I want to have a very long neck.
Okay,
There we
that
go.
makes sense. What if you had a cold or a cough? That would really suck. But you'd be okay, right?
How do you find a turtleneck?
Yeah, I know. It's a big and tall store. Do you think, and we're going to end on this for the night, Trey. How about, this is the best question of them all. Do you think that Uncle Trey likes boys or girls?
Boy.
That is it. Daddy tends to agree with you on that, and I think a lot of our listeners do as well. Well, young man, you have been a fantastic guest, and I'm so proud of you and everything you do in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you come on the show again sometime? Sometime?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much. Thank you
I
so.
want a lolly.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give you a lollipop. Uncle Trey's gonna probably beat you there, but let's go. But thank you again, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bud?
Okay.
All right. I love you. Tough crowd. So there you have it. The proof is in the pudding, or whatever my boy eats. But
He better not take my spot.
well, I tell you what, some of those, how clear he was, how he enunciated.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he should be an addition to the podcast.
Oh, I like it.
We've been trying to get guests, and he's right in front of us.
Then we'll bring your other younger one in here.
Yeah, he. If you want to hear me running around chasing him as he breaks all of my stuff, then that would be.
That's how it would go.
Bit, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. He's a delight and such a great kid. I just wanted to share a little bit of him with you guys. But what we need to do now, and I think currently as we're recording this on a Wednesday night at 9:15 Central Time, is there's a missing submarine, and I don't know anybody that hasn't probably heard about it yet. And it went missing on Sunday. And would you like to intro this, Trey, or do you want me to go ahead?
No, you're good.
Okay,
You're good.
I just feel like
I didn't know it was Sunday. So yeah.
Some more of the feedback I keep getting is I just won't shut the fuck up, and I talk a lot.
I was one of those.
Yeah, that was your feedback.
Yeah.
So this is a submarine from a company that was taking people down to see the Titanic. And it was just one captain who is the actual CEO of the company and 4 passengers, and each ticket cost $250,000.
Wow.
And all 4 of the passengers were billionaires. One was a father-son Pakistani group that I'm not sure exactly what their business was, but they're all billionaires from what I read. And when they went down on Sunday, it was only an hour and a half before they lost any kind of contact with the submarine. So I believe they left from St. John in northeastern Canada, and they went out about 900 miles towards the site of the Titanic before they submerged, or before they took their dive, if you will. And once they took the dive and went under, it was only an hour, like I said, only about an hour and a half before they lost contact. Well, I think at the time you're going, all right, something, it'll be fine. It's like you lose internet here for 5 minutes on the land. And so they thought, whatever else. It turns out that there was actually internet service. Did you know that? I forget the name of the internet company.
That far in the ocean?
And they said they could cover it.
Why?
And that's why I'm sitting here going, well, something must have happened in this whole thing. So anyway, so it went missing Sunday. There were 5 people, like I mentioned. This submarine is called Titan. Apparently, and the name of the expedition company is Ocean Gate Expeditions. And so they went, it was 900 miles east of Cape Cod, although I think they started from St. John's. And they went down to 13,000 feet was the depth of the Titanic, I believe, or the ocean floor at that point.
Okay.
And so they only have a certain amount of air. Okay. They only have, from what I read, 96 hours of air once they're down at that depth. And so if you do the math, I think that what I'm reading is that tomorrow at 6 a.m. Eastern time, which will be Thursday morning, it's not looking good. What happened yesterday, which was Tuesday, was there were a couple of different, I think there were a couple of aircrafts and a couple other things that were monitoring some sort of a banging noise, like a clanging noise.
Yeah.
Like a maybe under duress type situation. There are some aircraft that apparently have underwater detection. I think that it might have been Gladis just fucking with everybody.
Oh, shit.
I mean, isn't this the ultimate? She could rip this submarine to shreds.
It's possible.
So let's add that to the list of possibilities. They're going through, I'm reading all these. This could be the case. This could be the case.
Yeah.
I think they're forgetting a big one, which is Gladys White.
She's playing soccer with it down there.
Playing down there with her posse.
Yeah.
And so
she tried to warn everybody.
Let's keep that in mind. She did. We did not listen. But anyway, we don't mean to make light. But so nobody's found them. They've done rescues over a huge amount of space. My comment, Trey, and then I know you've been researching as well, 20% of our ocean floor is only 20% is mapped and has been explored.
That's amazing to me.
It's that dark and that deep and that vast. And I don't mean to be a party pooper, but it doesn't look good. I mean, I don't know how you're going to find this thing. It's not that big. It's not even a huge submarine. It's like a little bitty thing. It's like a pod. I think I read somewhere where they have actual better pictures and better mapping of the moon than they do of our ocean.
That is amazing.
Down here. So I hope for the best. But the one thing I wanted to mention, well, first off, what if they did find them? And it sounds like a movie plot. Like they find them and they have an hour to go before the oxygen runs out.
Yeah.
And I know we were talking earlier, and you had something to counter to that. But I mean, seriously, like, what if you get down, they're not on the bottom, they're just kind of something happened, and what do you do? I mean, you don't have time to get them to the top. You don't, there's pressure, there's all kinds of issues. It sounds like some sort of bad Hollywood movie where you funnel them out of some sort of a tube or so. I don't know what they're going to do. So I really am sad for the crew and for that submarine. But the last thing I'll mention before I kind of let you roll with what you've found out is apparently there's a window of time that you're supposed to make these types of dives in a submarine, and they went about 2 or 3 weeks early.
Oh, really?
It says the end of June through September, which I guess that's not 2 or 3. I mean, to me, that was maybe 2 weeks early because they left Sunday, so it's like the 17th.
Is there a reason behind that?
It's the way the water, the amount of water current.
Oh, okay.
And waves and all just the movement of the water is what is the calmest time underneath the water is during those months.
Interesting.
And so I think that's really stupid. If this guy was just so intent on, why don't you wait? Why don't you do it in August? If the time is from July to September, why not do it?
Why not wait until?
Wait.
You're spending that kind of money. Let's be as safe as possible.
I feel like anyway. Some things like that just make me wonder about. This captain may need to go in our self-awareness section at some point. But anyway, so that's a situation for anybody that doesn't know what's going on. There's a submarine lost in the bottom of the sea, they were trying to go and explore the Titanic. The other thing, Trey, is that they were talking about how the Titanic has like all sorts of things that this submarine could have been caught on, and it could have damaged it.
Interesting.
And he was one captain. What if this captain something happened and he, what if he had a heart attack and there's nobody else? I mean, these other 4 don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah,
and they're just basically floating around somewhere, going, "What do we do?" So anyway, lots of stuff going on. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Just the fact that we haven't even explored oceans as much as we've explored space.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean,
that's amazing. But I did see a couple of side stories. One, it was about one of the ex-Ocean Gate employees that actually warned that this experimental mini sub needed more testing.
Whoa, like the Titan? This Titan, that's down there.
So that said, or passengers could face potential extreme danger before he was fired.
Wow.
Also claimed window was not certified to dive 13,123 feet where the Titanic lies.
You said the window?
That's what it says on here, the window. I don't understand what that means. Also claimed the window was not certified to dive. So I don't, maybe that was a typo.
One main front window, like a
that's what
windshield?
This little submarine picture that they're showing. And they were talking about how small it is on the inside, that only 5 people can fit. One person could actually spread their legs. Sorry.
All right, take it easy now.
Let's start over.
I don't think there's one woman on the trip. That's fine. I mean, good for them.
So, for them. So yeah, they can actually stretch their legs out. Sorry.
Right.
So anyway, it was kind of interesting that it
was that small. Wow.
Very small. But he said he wrote in an engineering report back in 2018 that said the craft under deployment needed more testing and passengers may be endangered when it reached extreme depths.
Wow.
And so this was according to a lawsuit filed that year in U.S. District Court in Seattle, blah, blah, blah. Then OceanGate turned around and sued this gentleman, accusing him of breaching a non-disclosure agreement, filed a counterclaim, blah, 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 blah. So anyway,
they sued. Let me back up. So Ocean, the company that's taking the submarine down, sued this guy for claiming that it was unsafe.
And this was in his engineer report claiming that it was unsafe.
Couldn't he have proven it with enough documentation? And I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. So that was an interesting story.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's a whole new twist.
So then there was also another little side story on it. Sorry, trying to find it, pull it back up, where I guess the stepson of one of the, the stepson of one of the gentlemen that's on the ship, actually posting that he's at a Blink 182 concert.
Blink 182 is still playing?
I guess so.
Good for them.
All the small things, right?
Right.
And that was on a Monday after. So you said it went down Sunday. So he's at a Blink 182 concert while this submarine is gone.
And you think you think he's aware? I mean, he's.
Oh yeah, his dad's a billionaire, so right. I think he's ready for that inheritance.
He's thinking about. Yeah, he's like, all right, he's partying. I forgot to mention that all as far as I read, all of these passengers are billionaires.
Gotcha.
One of them is a father's son, so the son, billionaire.
Gotcha.
Because of that, but you don't need to be a billionaire maybe to afford a $250,000 seat, but in this case, I think they all are.
Gotcha. So it also goes on where I guess he was publicly flirting with an OnlyFans model moments after asking for prayers. Stepson? Yeah, the same stepson. God. So after he's asking for prayers, he's shown basically flirting with this OnlyFans model, and it says, which was captioned, "Can I sit on you?" And he responded with, "Yes, please," adding a face with love heart emojis for good measure. And so this
sounds like one of your stories.
So that's pretty interesting.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know the relationship between the stepson and the stepfather, but it doesn't sound like it was a solid one.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
Although money talks, and so you never know. Maybe the idea of all these billions, and he's like, who cares? He's gone.
I also found something interesting. What experts say what might have happened to the 5 tourists on board missing the Titanic. The Titanic sub, if the hull had cracked. And this was kind of some scary stuff.
If the submarine hull had cracked. I'm telling you, Gladis.
And let me find it real quick here.
She wasn't messing around.
So something else I read, just kind of a quick list of some things that said that could have happened to the 5 tourists on board missing in this Titanic sub if the hull had cracked. Which some of the things they mentioned were collapsed lungs, ruptured eardrums, and nitrogen narcosis causing internal suffocation is the fate that could have befallen the 5 missing submarine tourists. So this is kind of, I guess, one of their theories.
Because of the pressure?
The pressure of it. So that was some of the theories.
You get one tiny little leak in a thing like that, and you're
it's done.
Yeah. I mean, it's done, right? I mean, that's some of the stuff they were talking about. I mean, it could be anything. That's the deal. I mean, it could have been anything. That when you get that deep and you're in, a vessel like that, and only one guy that knows what he's doing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they gave a quick briefing to these other guys, like what to do in an emergency. But there's only so much you can do in a submarine when you're, thousands of feet deep.
And you have to wonder how you would react, because I guess one of the things they were saying is if as long as they didn't panic, and that way they can conserve oxygen for as long as possible. Because if they panic, all of a sudden they're starting to breathe more heavily.
What does that give them, an extra hour?
But it's like, how would you react to something like that? I probably would be freaking the fuck out as soon as they released us. But
everybody just take it easy.
Yeah,
just sit there.
We'll be all right.
Yeah.
But on the way over here, actually listening to the radio show, they said, I guess there was an expert on talking about it. They actually do touch bottom, the ocean floor. they won't be able to bring them back up at that point just because of the pressure of the water. It says as long as they're haven't touched down, there was something talking about the.
So is there any way to get them out if they find them at the bottom of the ocean? Like, how do you get them out?
I don't think there's a way at that point.
So they're done.
They're done.
If they're sitting at the bottom of the ocean, you're telling me they're done no matter what.
Because he said he was in a war, the Gulf War, and he was talking about, I guess there was a submarine that went down, enemy submarine, and they were told they can't do anything at that point, and they literally heard guys banging and stuff like that, and they couldn't do anything, and then ultimately the banging just stopped. So it's just one of those things that said that once it touches, they can't pull them back up.
So it's not like if they find them, if say they found them earlier today and they had 24 hours, there's still just no way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I bet, so why would they touch the bottom?
Why would
You're saying they accidentally hit the bottom?
If they actually, if something happens to that vessel where they just go straight down, because I think there's a lot of stories of people that have been on this before, and it's just literally a drop until they get down to 12,000 feet. So,
yeah, and that I think that's, like I said, when you lose contact an hour and a half in. I mean, how far have they gone at that point?
Right.
I mean, I could do some math, and there are some people out there that think I probably should
make sure you divide,
be prepared before the show with all this math. But I mean, the bottom line is that they go down. You do go down pretty fast, from what I know. They dive pretty quickly, and if you get down there and there's an issue, and again, what if they made it? What if they made it there and they're going through it and then
taking pictures and shit?
They're
just
got caught and it ruptured something.
We're still talking about bad stuff. I thought they're just hanging out down there. They brought some beer and
like tomorrow morning when 30 minutes before they're
what are y'all worried about?
Yeah, like
we're here.
We're back. Why is everybody? Why is everybody?
We're here.
Yeah,
so
we're back. I don't think that's the case, Trey.
You don't think that's what's happening?
But the point though in that, and we kind of laugh at that, but at the same time we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Since they lost contact on Sunday, no one knows what's going on.
And they may never know.
I mean, what are they doing? Are they alive? Have they been alive this whole time, or did they die quickly, or did something happen?
If they did, I hope it was quick and painless for them.
Sure, sure. But I mean, are they sitting there just going, all right, we have 6 more hours? I mean, it's like a movie. It really is like a movie.
Did they bring an extra change of underwear?
Yeah. Did they? Why even care? Why
I guess it doesn't matter.
Who cares at that point? I mean, did they bring enough alcohol maybe to just get bombed?
And just go.
But they're all dudes, and 2 of them are related. Like they can't.
Oh, that's not.
They can't even. Yeah, they can't. Go out on top, if you will,
or on bottom. I guess they could.
They could
go on bottom.
Oh man, I don't even want. I don't even know what the panic reaction would be in that situation.
We're never going to do it again. Nobody will know.
Nobody will know. We're about to die. It isn't going to cost $7.5 million. I know that.
No.
I think my price would still stay the same.
Well, they're billionaires.
Even in that situation. Yeah, they are billionaires. That'd be nothing, right? So we want to talk about it. We wanted to update everybody. I've continued to update while we've been talking, trying to figure it out. And, now all you're getting is a lot of, former submarine captains are describing the conditions, things like that, which is very interesting. But it's just a lot of waiting. I mean, it's just there's, like you said, there's somebody that was talking about the 2021 dive in that same vessel and how it wasn't safe.
Here's one, a Mexican blogger shared how doomed Titan submersibles batteries suddenly drained during 2022 trip to Titanic, forcing tour to end early. It said with communications also blacking out for 2 hours. So...
Well, that's what a lot of people initially thought, was that, okay, this is a temporary thing. It's happened before. It's not foolproof to go that deep in the water and not have some in and out. But they never came back. And so
it's crazy.
Now I'm seeing articles about the U.S. Coast Guard provides a new search pattern. Here's the types of planes that are going to rescue. Here's the types of boats. I mean, it's almost like they just feel like they have to tell us that they're doing something.
It's all about the optics of it. You know, we gotta make sure we're showing that we're doing everything we can to go find them.
Search intensifies for missing submersible as fears grow about oxygen supply. Well, no kidding. Here's what we do. I mean, so we basically gave you everything that you need to know about the situation, and it's fairly straightforward. Submarine went down. One captain, four people paid a shitload of money to go down there to see the Titanic, and they got lost. And something happened, and we don't know what it is. And you're talking about the ocean, the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we're supposed to find a vessel, and this vessel is like, what is it? The size of like 3 cars or something. It's not that big.
Yeah.
I don't even know. And again, I should have the dimensions maybe, but it's not that big. Imagine a captain and 4 people. And you said they could barely spread their legs out, right?
Stretch their legs out.
Sorry, my mind was somewhere else.
Yeah.
But they could barely stretch their legs out. And so it's not very big. It might not even be 3 cars. It might be 2 cars.
Even smaller than that, yeah.
And you're trying to find this thing in the vast depths of the Atlantic Ocean. It's just... I pray for a miracle, and I would love to wake up in the morning and see something that happened, that we found them, or like we just kind of chuckled about. Maybe they're fine, and they just said, all right, well, this will be a fun story to tell when we get back up there, and no one knew what we were doing. So we'll see. But
so hopefully they have some cool videos when they come back up.
Wouldn't that be awesome? I hope to see them. So there we go, and we'll keep on. And for some reason, something happens by the time that we do the next show. We'll do a follow up. How do you feel about that?
Hopefully, an apology, right? Or is it an apology or a follow up?
Well, either way, hopefully it's something where we say, guess what? We were doom and gloom, and it's okay. But you know what, Trey? Occasionally, I've been a betting man, and I'm not betting this is going to turn out well.
Right.
I mean, we're Eastern time is 10:30. They're telling me that they have 7.5 hours from right now where the oxygen runs out. So,
and that's to get them back up to the surface.
And that's to get them out of there. So wow. I don't know. Again, I don't know what you do at that depth. I think the only hope is maybe they're not quite that deep. Maybe they're kind of like in the middle of somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know, floating in
you caught on a reef or something,
halfway down or something like that. I don't know how many reefs are in the middle there, but
yeah,
something where they're.
What if Gladis pulls them up? Wouldn't that be a story?
She's like, I'm making amends here, and this is my last ditch effort at unity,
helping you guys out.
Well, like I said, if something is going on to where they're like there, then I think that it would be a possibility to save them. But like you said, I think it's probably more along the lines of them just being at the bottom, and either something happened to the captain or something happened to the power of the vessel, and they're down there at the bottom, and there's nothing they can do.
Hopefully they went quick,
and hopefully they go quick. And the problem is if it's just a lack of oxygen, then it probably won't be. But anyway, we'll wait and see. So don't say it, Stay in the Gray. We don't give you current events. This is about as current as it gets.
Yep.
So, hey, everybody. I wanted to jump in here, and this is about a day after we recorded this episode. And I wanted to update you on the Titan story, the submarine that submerged and was lost. And it doesn't look good. And I'm sorry to report, in case anybody hasn't heard yet, that all 5 people are believed to be dead at this point. The oxygen levels were supposed to last until about 7 a.m. this morning, and it is now pretty late. It's approaching midnight of the same day on Thursday, going into Friday. So they believe to be dead. They believe to be gone. There was a bunch of debris discovered in the area that they said was consistent with a catastrophic implosion. And it was found off of the bow of the Titanic. So it is believed that this could very possibly be the submarine. So I wanted to go ahead and update that, since we did a whole bit and a whole section on this situation. and I didn't want to go into you guys listening to it tomorrow morning without at least an update that nobody indeed found it, and it is believed to be the 5 passengers, so the captain and the 4 passengers are believed to be deceased at this point. So it's sad news, and hopefully there will be some more clarification soon. But I wanted to make a quick point. I've heard a lot of people, Trey and I made a few jokes and jests when it came to like the killer whale bumping it or doing whatever. But a lot of people are talking about, stupid wealthy people that bought a ticket and jumped on this thing. And it's almost like they're like serves them right kind of attitude. And it makes no sense to me. I guarantee you that plenty of people, if offered a seat on that submarine that didn't have the money to actually pay for it, would have accepted and they would have gone. So don't sit here and talk about how stupid the wealthy are and how stupid people, are just because they wanted to go down and do this. It would be a really fucking cool adventure, in my opinion. If it was safe and everything was legit, it would be something you'd be one of very, very few that got an opportunity to do that. And it would be something you would never forget. So don't make light of the fact that just because these people had money, somehow they don't deserve as much sympathy. Because I guarantee you, a lot of people that don't have money out there would jump in that submarine in 2 seconds if they were offered the ticket. So I needed to get that out of my system. But anyway, sad news. And we'll be recording the next show soon. And if there's anything significant, we'll go ahead and hop on there and do that from there. So love you guys. So we'll move on. Trey.
Yes, sir.
If I were to look at you and say, you know what, you stupid sis, how would you feel?
I'd be a little confused because
you don't know what a sis is.
I'm not I usually call my sister sis.
Right?
Is that not what you're referring to?
So cis is C like in cat, I-S like in Sam. Cis.
Cis. Is that short for something?
It is.
Oh,
it is. In fact, it is short for cisgender.
Cisgender.
Yes. Do you know what cisgender is?
I mean, I've heard the term sissy before. Right. Is it a man that's kind of very flaming feminine?
No. In fact, it's I think the opposite. So, in the Oxford English Dictionary.
Oh, shit. It's already in the dictionary?
That's right. Well, it's been since 2015. How about that? So, the dictionary defines cisgender as designating a person whose sense of personal identity corresponds to the sex and gender assigned to him or her at birth.
What? Say that again?
In other words.
Dumb that down, please.
In other words, about 99% of the world, which is everybody that was born a man identifies as a man. People that are born as a woman identify as a woman.
Gotcha. So that is a cisgender.
That's you're cisgender. So basically just, again, the majority. And on Twitter, Elon Musk bought Twitter. You're aware of that, right?
I'm aware of that, yes.
A little less than a year ago, I believe. And
good job, by the way.
Yeah, he's kind of stirred the pot a few times and gotten some celebrities' panties in a wad.
Nice.
It's kind of fun to watch. And he came out and said, I will not tolerate people calling other people cis or cisgender because it is offensive. Instead of saying just, you identify as, okay, you were born with a penis and you're saying, okay, I'm fine with that. I'm a boy and a man. If you call them by the slang, which is cis, it's almost like saying, you trans or you whatever. And which, again, the trans is the actual word. I don't know why that would be a slur. But he banned it from Twitter.
So you cannot refer to somebody as cisgender.
If you use it, it flags your account, and you get like suspended or whatever.
Nice.
So my question was, I've been trying to think about how I feel about this. If somebody called me a cisgender, what do you think? How do you feel if somebody walked up and said, you're just a cisgender?
Well, knowing me, Ryan, and I think you know me well, I probably would play stupid and make them explain every little detail of what the fuck a cisgender is, and still
Be like,
question
I already
it.
have a sister. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Like, is it like a cyst? Is that what we're talking about?
Where's my sister?
I don't see a cyst. What are you referring to?
You know-
yeah, I'd probably play stupid and just fuck with them for a little bit.
I have 2 points. I thought about this. Of course, I never have just one. I have multiple points. The first issue is I have no. Call me a cisgender, and I know I get it. It's easier because we're the majority and it's the norm. And okay, cisgender. How bad is that really? If someone goes, "You cisgender," well, yeah, I am. I was born with a penis, and I'm proud of that.
Is that basically just a straight?
Yeah, it's just a
male or female?
No, you can be gay. You're just identifying as a man because you have a penis,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
or a woman because you have a vagina
Gotcha.
and uterus and all those parts,
Interesting.
and boobies.
Booby.
And so it's I don't care, but my issue is that it does become hypocritical from the other side if they have a problem. When I say they, I say anybody not cisgender has a problem with being called something, and then all of a sudden you're going to turn around and use that terminology for people not like you. And is it okay just because you're in the minority? I don't know. I mean, you've been treated poorly, and you're not quite understood, and everyone's trying to learn, and it's just a new thing right now, and you're less than 1% of the population. Not all the LBG, but just the trans are less than 1% of the entire world.
Yeah.
And so people are trying to understand. I think that's fair. We should try and understand. And so if somebody turns around, is it a big deal if somebody under the one, the vast minority, under 1%, turns around and calls people cisgenders? Is it, I don't care.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't bother me.
If it makes them, maybe it makes them feel better that they're able to do the same thing, or maybe they just think, okay, we're using the literal terminology.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
don't know.
seems silly. I wanted to ask you about it because it was a big deal. Elon Musk came out and said, "No more on Twitter. You can't do this." And I think he's doing it to be Elon Musk, which is basically like, all right, well, I don't want double standards. I don't want hypocrites.
Makes sense.
And fair enough. And I'm the same way. Okay, fine. Then I'm on board, Elon. Let's do this. And,
Yeah.
And if somebody calls me cisgender, I'll say, well, look, then you can't bitch if somebody isolates you from the pack, because essentially that's what they're doing. And so I wanted to ask you about that. What do you think?
Is that something we need to add to the dating profiles? Is I am a cisgender?
Maybe
Interesting.
that's what you do. Maybe it's kind of like pronouns. Now we talk about that versus you're not trans, but you're cisgender.
Like, do we need a shirt that says cisgender and proud?
Hashtag cisgender and proud.
Proud cisgender. It doesn't even roll off the tongue very well. It's kind of hard to say, too.
I think we need to just maybe let this one go.
Yep.
And move on. But I thought I'd bring it up, see what your thoughts are. And look,
Can we get a cisgender flag?
What would that flag be?
I don't know.
Just a plain color.
Yeah.
Just okay. This
It's
is
like
normal.
orange or blue.
And anyway, I couldn't let it go. I just wanted to see what you thought. And like I thought, we are on the same page where we don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. Guess what? Anybody not cisgender, feel free to call Trey and myself.
Yeah.
The whole Stay in the Gray podcast. We are a cisgender podcast.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. All right, self-awareness time. Do you have anything for me tonight?
So I have to apologize.
So you do.
Yeah, I do have to apologize. So I brought awareness to self-awareness a couple shows back about 6 gentlemen that usually are in the gym every morning, working out together, but can't rack a weight.
This
to
is
save
the weight.
themselves.
The weight racking. Okay.
I mean, there's 6 of them.
Right.
Let's whack your. Let's rack the weights,
Is it
guys.
6 every time?
There's 1, 2, about 5 or 6. Yeah.
But usually it's at least 5.
Yeah, enough to rack the weights without issue. Damn it.
Is a group.
So needless to say, I actually met him in the gym. Funny enough, I was walking up to one of the machines that they had all their shit out on and said, "Hey, are you using this?" And of course, it was no. Sorry, let's move our shit. And then he introduced himself. All of them are nice guys.
So you start hanging out?
I didn't really hang out, but we got, introduced, did some introductions and this, that, and the other. They still can't rack weights for shit, but they're nice guys. But yeah, nice guys. I feel bad. Hopefully I didn't say anything derogatory on the show that I mentioned before.
Well, it's not.
I don't think I did. I just mentioned they can't rack weights.
Yeah, I don't think it was that bad at all. So I think even if they heard this, they'd be like, all right, well, yeah, we don't rack our weights. Like you admitted to me, you don't wipe the machines down.
I don't.
Which I thought was absolutely repulsive.
No, I don't do that.
I mean, if I'm working out with you, I will follow you and wipe him down for you because I'm that guy.
It's a gym. People sweat. Who cares? Move
but
the fuck
there's
on.
a gym. People throw their weights around, and you're saying that they need to rack
your fucking weights.
Well,
let me know you're done.
Just wipe the fucking chair.
Okay. So
everybody has their own thing in the gym is my point.
Right.
And I'm sure these guys would go, oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
This guy.
Okay. Maybe I'll tell them to listen. So
throw them some of our business cards.
So my new awareness to self-awareness actually happened today before the show on my way home from work, and thought I needed to stop by and grab a few things from the grocery store. And so
which grocery store were you in?
Target.
You're in Target. Did
Target.
You find any tuck friendly
I didn't
underwear?
I didn't look. I'm sorry, I forgot to look.
Because you need to tuck.
I do need to tuck. Unless it's cold outside.
Then you don't need tucking.
Don't happen.
Yeah, so let's not worry about that. Anyway, so you're at Target.
So I'm at Target and went and grabbed a few things, and I get into the self-checkout line.
Okay.
I think there should be some rules for the self-checkout line.
No, here we go.
So there's 4 self-checkout registers. So I think that's
all at Target.
Yeah. Well, on this particular side, I think there was 4 down at the other end anyway. But anyway, so I walk up, 4 self-checkout thing. Okay, get in, get out. One of them's broke. Of course it is. One of them has a mom and a baby. And so I preface it by saying that she has a baby because the baby's holding one of the items and she needs to check out. So finally she gets through checking all of her shit out. She goes, grabs the thing from the baby, scans it, and then she proceeds to open it up. She's got to open it up for the baby to play with right fucking now. She can't wait till she gets out to her car.
Sure.
The next
you
register.
Say baby. Was it a baby?
It was a baby.
It was a toddler.
No, it was a baby in his little carrier in the damn.
All right, take it easy.
Grocery. Anyway, so to the next side, it was a mom with 4 kids. I swear the age range was maybe 6 to 11.
4 kids.
4 kids. All of them have these damn little plastic fucking guns, and she's scanning them. They're acting like idiots. And, of course, one of them scans the wrong price. So she asked Billy to go run back and find the one that's $36 instead of this one. So we have to wait for that, for Billy to come back.
Instead of 38.
Right. So then the one closest to me to the right is this old woman. Probably her name is Gladis.
Right.
And she's sitting there with a whole basket.
Gladis White.
Full of shit. Gladys White sitting there with a whole basket full of fucking groceries.
Like a small basket or a whole cart?
Whole cart, sorry.
Whole cart.
Her cart full of fucking groceries. Going through the self-checkout line. And I swear to God, she's pulling out 3 items at a time to bag them individually. So, yeah. So she's scanning her 3 items at a time, gently putting them into the bags, and then she's gently putting them into the cart. So, yeah.
She can't.
So that pisses me off. Go
dent them
into a line to have somebody check it out for you and move the fuck on. So if you're in the self-checkout, I think you should have no kids. There should be. Let's
be a rule.
Let's pull the item number back up, and if you have to look down in your cart to start counting, you have too many items. Move on.
There is no item number for self-checkout.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Let's go back to that. In the items where you look up, it says 10 items or less.
Whoa. That's an express lane. That's not the same as self-check.
But I'm saying let's bring the express lane back.
You want the self-check to have the same rules as the express lane.
Right. So, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I may be one of the people that you hate.
Why am I not surprised?
Now, not as bad. I'm not an old lady who takes 3 items and can't figure it out. Or I don't have 4 kids. I'll have my one. I'll usually have my 3-year-old with me.
Got the oldest with you.
The gentleman you all heard tonight. And as you heard, is fully capable of being a mature human being during the grocery store.
Mr.
Right?
Independent, right?
Mr. Independent. So he is usually watching my phone, admittedly. He's watching some sort of superhero show or whatever on the phone. And I will go self-check if the line's long, even if I have a full cart. And you know why?
Why?
Usually this is Whole Foods, and they have 6 self-check spots. And why? There's no limit. Why am I not allowed to go there just because someone else has 10 items and I have 300?
Asshole.
I'm just saying, I go fast. I get it done.
Dude, you don't let your little man get out and pick one item out, scan it.
He may
throw it on the ground.
Every once in a while, he may want to scan an item or two. But you know what? What's the problem with him scanning an item or two?
Because of course they always flip the bag over, whatever, to the wrong side. Doesn't even have the scanner on.
I've taught him to look for the
drop it on the ground by accident.
I've told him to look for the barcode. He knows what's up.
Does he?
I'm gonna laugh if we ever get in the store at the same time and you're just fuming and I look back and I just wave at you. And
I'm gonna throw shit at you.
I'm like, here you go, my man. To my son, just take your time, scan all you want.
I'm gonna talk to Mr. Whole Foods
and learn how to scan items.
I will complain.
I do use the same joke to the lady that comes over and she loves my boy. They laugh together and she asks him what he bought and he tells her everything we got and all that. And I always make the same joke and it kills anybody around. Kind of hears it. And we all know me by now. I look for that attention.
Absolutely.
And I go, he sure can scan everything, but he doesn't know how to pay for it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so it becomes a thing. And now there are some other stores, Central Market, some of these other stores that I do go up there and I only have like 8 things. And he does 2 of them and I do 6 of them and then we're out of there.
Right.
So you wouldn't care about that. It's the full cart you seem to have a problem with.
Well, jacking around. You can tell there's a little bit of a line coming, and
right.
You got a bunch of shit with kids that are acting a fool. Let's move it the fuck along. Let's go.
Is there a scenario where you feel like you would have sympathy for anybody in front of you that had more than? I mean, where's the line? I guess is what I'm asking you. Where's the line? Is it 15 items? Is it you have to be a certain age?
There might be an age, yeah. That might be,
and I think that may be more than the item thing.
I would think that if you're going into the self-checkout line, you're going to get in, get out, and move on,
right.
Not to fuck around. That's my assumption of a self-checkout.
But what
line.
if I have like 100 things and I have that mindset?
I want to see you bust an ass. Then I want to see a little bit of sweat on your brow.
So that's what it's about.
Yeah, I want to see you moving.
It's about the effort,
right?
Given.
You're moving quick.
Fair
I'm
enough.
fine with that.
I'm usually moving pretty quick.
But if you're sifting through shit in your cart just so you can bag it together, that's going to get on my damn nerves.
I get it. That mom with the kids and they got to go back and get another toy, and I get that. I'm with you. I would be the same way. But I'm also I'm not going to lie. I'll look back and I'll see a little bit of a line, and I go, "Oh God, they're all looking at me."
Yep.
They're all going,
"Yep,
this asshole is sitting here with a full cart and a kid." But then that's when I do, like you just said, I speed it up. I get rolling. I start scanning the shit out of it.
Just go.
I look back. I'm like, you see how fast I'm going right now?
Now, we used to bug. I'm going to go old school real quick, but it used to bug me is when you see that same person in a regular checkout line getting checkout. They got 8,000 items, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. You get to the end. Okay, it's $336. Okay. Then you see them sift in the purse. They pull out a checkbook. Have to find a pen. They wait, until the very end to find that pen and find that checkbook. I don't see any checks anymore, but yeah, that was used to piss me off.
Sure.
Yeah,
that was a big thing.
Why wouldn't you look for that before? While you're waiting for 8,000 items to be scanned.
If I was going to write a check at a store, and I did back in the day when I was young, and I'd write a check for 25 extra cash,
right?
Even though it might have bounced or whatever,
right
when I was like 19, and if I was going to write a check to a store, I would now, because of, I don't know, being aware, right?
Right.
Or being considerate of other people, I would have it filled out to as much as I possibly could.
Ready to go.
The name of the store, my signature even.
The date,
everything. And all you're doing is filling out the amount.
Tell you what, I don't even think I could fill out a check anymore. But
I know. I do it like once every once. I'm like, wait, what goes on this line right here? Is it and something over how much?
Yeah, the change on there.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, I had. I won't give the detail because it's not that exciting. But I did write an incorrect check. Excuse me, an incorrect check.
Yeah.
I think I left something off of the change amount, and they actually wouldn't let the person cash it. And the person came back to me and said, "You need to write another check." And it was so embarrassing. And I'm going, no one writes checks anymore. Can I Venmo you?
Right. Yeah.
Come on.
Let me send it through Zelle.
Zelle or Venmo or anything.
You would think.
Cash App. But anyway, so well, that's good. I all right. I don't fully agree with. I'm with you partially on the.
You can see a little bit of my frustration.
I do for sure. I think that people do need to be aware when they're in that line.
Yeah.
And they need to be efficient. And no matter how many items they have, if you're efficient and you're moving, I think if I was you and I had like 4 things and I was waiting and then I look and I was like, really? Okay, this, and you're hauling ass.
Yeah.
And there are other checkouts. So I mean, chances are you're going to get to one of those first.
Right.
Okay, great. But if you're just like, hey, whatever, who cares? And you're asking the kid to go get more items, or
Right.
You can't, you scan it incorrectly. Or you like
They think it's cute that they scan it for you.
yeah, or you triple scan it, and you have to have the lady come or the guy come over and fix it.
Right.
Okay, I'm with you there. So I think I'm with you halfway.
Have a clue how it works and have some urgency.
That's the thing is people go there and they have no clue, and they're like, "What button is this?"
Yeah.
They're just like, "Look
You
at
get
it."
the old gentleman out
Yeah.
there. Where did I put this? Yeah.
Goodness. So
Ridiculous.
that's a good one. I like that one.
Okay.
I like it because now I'm going to think about it.
Yeah.
Next time I'm there, I'm going to look around.
Be aware.
I'm going to be aware, and I'm going to look around, and I'm going to be like, all right, I need to look like I'm flying.
You're going to say, fuck Trey.
No, my son's going to go, I need to scan. I'll be like, nope. There may be somebody out there
I got this.
who is pissed.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Appreciate you.
appreciate you. I had fun this show. I hope you did.
Yes.
And I hope that, man, I keep refreshing this missing submarine.
No new updates?
No new updates. And, I keep kind of stopping myself and going, all right, hey, even if we did get an update, no one's going to hear this until Friday morning. And if anybody hasn't figured it out yet, we release a show on Friday early morning, and Tuesdays early morning. And so we've started to do that, and that's our goal. So look for that. Anticipate it. If it's Thursday night, say to yourself, you know what? When I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to have a new Stay in the Grade podcast episode.
Gives you something to
Give
be
you something
excited
to look
for in the
forward
morning.
to. I mean, Thursday night, you're going, I got to get through Friday. No.
Oh,
Guess
Stay in the Gray.
Guess how you can get through Friday with us. And things are looking good on social media. We're interacting with lots of people. God, I'm so impressed by the amount of states that we have going on right now. It's pretty awesome.
yeah. Especially states where we don't know anybody.
Yeah, it was. But we communicated with a gentleman in Oregon, and he's enjoying the show. There was a South Carolina. There's a South Dakota I was talking with.
You mentioned in Iowa.
There's somebody from Iowa, who, by the way, is one of our most one of the states that listens the most. And I'm just going, I don't know a single. Do you know anybody?
I don't know anybody in Iowa.
And that's awesome. So keep it going, Iowa, for us. Whether you're a Hawkeye or are they the Cyclones, the Iowa State Cyclones?
Sure.
Iowa State.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether you're a Hawkeye or a Cyclone, we're with you.
Isn't that where Field of Dreams was, too?
I think so. I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend to know.
I think that's what Kevin Costner said. No, this is Iowa.
Iowa. Okay. I knew it was a cornfield, so it's either like Iowa or Nebraska or something, right? Anyway, we have Nebraska. We have.
Yeah.
It's really exciting, and we really appreciate it. And spread the word. Again, I'll say it at the end of every show. Just in this day and age, it really just becomes about interaction on social media. From every little like, every little comment, anything. When you go on
And share.
when you go on Podbean, which is our platform where this is kind of home based from, there's a place to subscribe on Podbean just to our show, just basically saying we like the show, let's follow it. And that way you get updates from Podbean that let you know, hey, the new show's out, things like that. You don't have to wait for our social media.
And we would appreciate it.
Yeah, we would appreciate it. Just click on like. It's not gonna hurt you. So do that and let us know. Again, I'm really both of us are really enjoying seeing the comments on where everybody's from and some of the interactions. So keep it up. We love you guys. We're going to get some merchandise coming in soon. We'll start flinging it out your way. And if there's anything you want us to talk about or cover, we would love to hear what that is.
Let us know.
Let us know, and we'll go from there. And we'll see you on the next one.
Talk to you later.
Love you guys.
Later. Do you think that Russian chick would know a good place for those Russian baths that they used to do?
Is she hot?
I don't know.
Do you think she's hot?
I think she has soft hands.